Has there been a game that you absolutely love and it is truly amazing, but for whatever reason, you don't ever plan on picking this game up again and playing it? For whatever reason, whether it be the length of the game, low replay value, or maybe something happened in this game that you just don't want to go through again, there are truly amazing games out there that we know deep down inside we will never play again. So this will be my list of 5 truly amazing games that I know I will never play again for whatever reason it may be. But before I get into that, I have to ask you to please hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing if you are brand new to the channel and become a McNugget today. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get straight into it. So starting my list out, it's a truly spectacular game, but I don't ever see myself ever playing this game again, and it is none other than Ghost of Tsushima. Now this game is truly fantastic. There's nothing I can say bad about this game, but the reason why I will never play this game again is because of how long the game actually is. The combat is perfect in this game. The visuals are so gorgeous. This is one of the best looking games I have ever played, and everything in the game just looks amazing. I really like the tone, I like the atmosphere, the aesthetics, everything in this game I like. There's nothing in this game that I dislike. Everything is amazing. But because the game is so long, I will never play this game again, and it's kind of strange to say. Now, if they ever come out with a sequel to this game, I'm all for it, but as of right now, I will never play the Ghost of Tsushima again, even though it is so good. The next game on the list, or games rather, are Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm putting both of these games together on this list because I feel like they are so closely connected that I have to do it. Anyway, the reason why I'm never going to play either one of these games again is because of how much time I actually invested into these games and how long the game actually is. I spent so much time exploring these worlds and doing so many side quests and unlocking so many different things that I feel like I definitely got my money's worth when it comes to both of these titles. The 2 stories told in these games are some of the greatest stories I have ever played in any video game. I love the way they tie in each other, and I also love some of the stuff that happens. The emotional roller coaster that these 2 stories provide is something that you rarely ever see in video games, and I'm truly happy that I actually was able to play these games. But with that being said, I never see myself ever going back to either Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2. Next up on the list is none other than God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. These 2 games are very, very good. They're some of the best games I have ever played. And I know what you're thinking. How am I already so sure that I'm not going to play Ragnarok when it just came out not too long ago? So if I'm going to be honest, Ragnarok was a bit of a struggle for me to actually finish. Not just because the game is very long, but because there are so many sections of this game that actually bore the hell out of me that I don't want to actually play it again. You'll go from a huge fight with a bunch of enemies to a very slow section where you're riding a yak just talking about what is happening in the story and gathering fruit. And it really bores me, and I feel like it doesn't belong in this game. And the same can kind of be said about 2018. It's not as bad as Ragnarok's boring segments, but it has it also. So when it comes down to it, the reason why I don't ever see myself playing either one of these games is because they really bore me, and they're also very, very long. Now, of course, like I said, these games are both really good. The stories are really good, and the combat is some of the best I've seen in any game. But, like I said, these games are so boring in certain sections that I just don't want to go back to them. So the next game on this list is actually a franchise. It's the entire Uncharted franchise. And this game is spread across 4 different games, and there's also a side game. And for some reason, I just don't ever feel like coming back to this game. Now, maybe it's because there are so many games in it, and I feel like in order to get the proper experience, you have to play them in order. But with that being said, the games were all good. I really did enjoy the story that was spread across all of these games. I like the gameplay. I like the treasure hunting aspect, how it's kind of like Tomb Raider but modernized. It's a really, really good franchise, but there are so many of these games, and I kind of get lost in the story because there's so many of them. I never see myself ever coming back to Uncharted. And finally, wrapping up this list, the final entry is the Batman Arkham series. Now, this series has to be the greatest superhero series in video game history. And I don't think it's even close. These games are perfect in my opinion, and as a Batman fan, I think they really did the character justice. Now, the reason why I never see myself coming back to the Arkham series is because I spent so much time originally playing these games that I feel like once again I got my money's worth when it comes to these games. These games are perfect in my opinion. The combat system is great. The exploration is phenomenal. I like all the things that you can do in this game. They have extra modes that you can play. The fun to be had in these games are endless. There are so many different things you can do. The game is super fun. It can be really funny at times as well. The combat is perfect. The story is amazing. There's nothing I can say about the Arkham series that is bad. Now, like I said earlier, the reason why I never see myself coming back to the Arkham series is because I put so much time into it, but it's because these games are just that good. And that's it for my list of 5 amazing games that I don't think I will ever play again. Now, this is the part of the video where you guys come in, where you sound off in the comment section below and tell me what games have you played and truly loved in the past that you don't think you will ever play again. So definitely sound off below. I would love to hear it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.